Welcome back to Whitt Acres, everybody. I'm Cody. There's Echo, and we're gardening at home. Let's go. Today we're planting berry bushes. I got my wheelbarrow full of the berries here. Got a few different kinds. We'll go through them. I got my place sand, and I got my peat moss because I got heavy clay soil. The sand will help break that up, and the peat moss will help acidify the soil for the different berries. Most berries tend to like a more acidic soil. So what I have here today is some heritage raspberry. I got 2 of those. I got jewel raspberry, which is a black raspberry, 2 of those. I got a loganberry. I tried this last year and it never actually grew, but I'm going to try it again this year. It's a cross between blackberries and red raspberries. Then I got a fall gold raspberry, just 1 of those to try out the flavor. I got a triple crown blackberry because I already have 1 of those. I'm going to get another. And then I got a josta berry to try out, which is a cross between a gooseberry and a black currant. So I have my spots laid out. Just made a little divot in the wood chips here. That's my other blackberry, and I'm going to put the second blackberry right next to it. I'm going to be using a 6-inch auger bit to be drilling into the soil. I'm going to rake away all the wood chips so that I'm planting down into the dirt. I'm going to use the auger bit and drill straight down in as deep as the auger bit will go to break up the soil, and then pour some water down in, pour some sand in there and some peat moss, and then I'll plant it just as deep as it is now and bring you right back during the work and maybe show some digging of the holes, but it's going to be hard to do the camera work and digging. There's going to be a lot of work here to do. Pup's already in the shade. I'm going to get my holes dug. I'm going to get the mixture put in the holes, water it in, and then plant each berry. I'll plant each berry down just as deep as it is in the package, no deeper. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to be adding berries to the food forest this year. Got my strawberry bed in there. I mulched it with some straw so the frost doesn't get them. And then I have my white strawberry bed going in here. I have a video on that. You'll have to watch that one later. All right, let's get planting. That did some short work of a lot of holes, so let's look at them. We got now a hole 6 inches wide, almost 3 feet deep. Everywhere I need to plant a berry. It just looks nice. Alright, time to put them in the ground with the sand and peat moss mix. I like to keep things pretty simple, so what I have here is my triple crown blackberry, 6-inch hole, place sand and peat moss. So I'm just going to take a handful of sand, throw it in the hole, handful of peat moss, throw it in the hole, handful of native dirt, throw it in the hole. I'm going to repeat this process until the hole is deep enough to plant my blackberry back where it was already level with the soil. And then I'm going to backfill, and I'm going to be watering probably put a whole gallon of water on this, and then put the wood chips back up against it, and it's good to go for into the growing season. It's pretty simple. I'm going to repeat this process with all the berries. And we'll have a food forest started. Pretty exciting. Okay, so here's my triple crown blackberry. I got my layered sand and peat moss in there. Now I'm gonna backfill some native soil, add some sand, and some peat moss, all the way until I'm filled up to the original planting depth. I'm gonna make sure I don't plant her too deep, and I'm gonna finger pack all around the hole. Not that complicated, especially when you got that auger to do all the digging for you. It's actually not that hard of a work. Alright, there's how you plant a triple crown blackberry, and pretty much all the other berries I'm gonna be planting, same process. What I'm gonna do now is just pour about a gallon of water into that hole, make sure that peat moss is fully saturated, backfill the wood chips, and then I'll be done with this one. On to the next. Alright, so now we have everything planted. Here's the 2 black raspberries. Jewel raspberry planted in the ground, and they're already watered. I got the red raspberries here, both of them planted. Behind them is the golden fall gold raspberry, and just beside that one I have a josta berry, and this one needs watered, so what I'm doing is watering for a good solid 20 seconds. So I'll call that a deep water. I got a 3-foot hole here filled with peat moss and sand, so I got to really deep water this to make sure all that peat moss gets saturated. Peat moss can be hydrophobic, so you want to make sure you get enough water on there to really soak in all that peat moss. Alright, that one's good. That's the josta berry. And I got the blackberry, which I already watered that one. And then where I put the loganberry is out past these blueberries. Got 5 blueberries there. Pomegranate tree. And this is where I put the loganberry. So I'll get this loganberry watered in. And actually, whenever we drilled this hole for the loganberry, it tapped water at the bottom of the hole. So there's plenty of moisture over here. Had my dad helping me with drilling the holes. A little teamwork makes short work of a big job.